Banerjee. Welcome to Easy Mathematics. Please like and subscribe my channel. Today we are going to start the chapter of complex number of class 11. We all know about real numbers. Examples of real numbers are natural numbers, rational numbers, integers, etc. We all know that the main characteristics of real number is that the square of every real number is positive. But there are some numbers, for example, root over -1, root over -2, root over -6, etc. Square of these numbers are negative. So, etc. So, if we consider the quadratic equation x square plus 1 equals to 0, then we cannot get any solution in real numbers. So, we have to find some other kind of numbers which will satisfy this equation. At first, famous mathematician Euler introduced a number. He used the symbol iota or I to denote the number root over -1, and this number is called imaginary number. So, if we write these numbers in imaginary form, then it will become root over -2 can be written as root over 2 iota or root over 2 I. Similarly, root over -3 can be written as root over 3 iota, etc. Other numbers are also can be written in the form start. So these type of numbers are called imaginary numbers. Now we will define complex number. A complex number is a number of the form x plus I y iota into y, where x and y are real numbers and iota is equal to root over -1. These types of numbers, example
Start.
numbers are 2 plus 3 iota, root over 3 plus 2 iota, etc. So these types of numbers are complex numbers.
Start.
A complex number can also be written as an ordered pair x and y of the real numbers x and y. This is also written as x plus iota y. Now, if z be the complex number x plus iota y, then x is called the real part of z, which is denoted by real z, and y is called the imaginary part of the complex number z, which is denoted by im z. If y is 0, then the complex number z becomes x, which is purely real. Then we can say that the real numbers are a part of complex numbers, and if x is equals to 0, then z equals to iota y. Then the number becomes purely imaginary. Now we will define the equality of two. Now we will define the equality of two complex numbers. If z1 be one complex number which is x1 plus iota y1, z2 is equal to x2 plus iota y2, then z1 equals to z2 if and only if x1 equals to x2 and y1 equals to y2. If we consider the example, x1 plus iota y1 equals to 5 minus 2 iota, then x1 becomes 5 and y1 becomes minus 2.
Go.
Let's move on to integral power of iota. First, we will consider positive integral power of iota.
Start.
So, the positive integral power of iota are I square equals to minus 1 iota whole to the power cube equals to I square into I equals to minus 1 into I equals to minus I or minus iota. I to the power 4 is equal to I square into I square equals to minus 1 into minus 1 equals to 1. I to the power 5 is equal to I to the power 4 into I is equal to 1 into I is equal to I to the power 6 is equal to I square whole cube equal to minus 1 whole cube equals to minus 1. Now you will find I to the power 7, I to the power 8, etc. If you want to find these in this time, then you can pause the video and find the values.
Go.
I to the power 7 is equal to minus iota, I to the power 8 is equal to 1, I to the power 9 is equal to iota. So you can see that there is a repetition in the values of positive integral powers of iota. So if possible, you can remember only these 4 values to find other values.
Go.
Now we will study about the negative integral power of I or iota. I to the power minus 1 is equal to 1 by I is equal to I by I square is equal to I by minus 1 is equal to minus I.
Go.
I to the power minus 1 is equal to minus iota, I to the power minus 2 is equal to 1 by I square is equal to 1 by minus 1 is equal to minus 1. I to the power minus 3 is equal to 1 by I to the power 3 is equal to 1 by I square into I is equal to 1 by minus 1 into I is equal to minus 1 by I. But we cannot write it in the form, we have to eliminate I in denominator. So we multiply it by I in numerator and in denominator also. So this becomes minus iota by I square is equal to minus I by minus 1 is equal to I. I to the power minus 4 is equal to 1 by I to the power 4 is equal to 1 by I. 1 by 1 is equal to 1 and so on.
Go.
Now find the values of I to the power minus 5, I to the power minus 6, I to the power minus 7.
Go.
Now we can find the general form. I to the power 2n is equal to I square whole to the power n is equal to minus 1 whole to the power n is equal to 1 if n is even and is equal to minus 1 if n is odd. So we can say that I to the power 2n is equal to 1 if n is even and I to the power 2n is equal to minus 1 if n problem is we have to show that 1 plus I square plus I to the power 4 plus I to the power 6 is equal to 0. Here the LHS is 1 plus I square plus I to the power 4 plus I to the power 6. Now we know the values of I square is equal to -1, I to the power 4 is equal to 1, I to the power 6 is equal to -1. Now we put the values. Then we can see that value becomes 0, which is the RHS or right hand side. So this proved, we can write proved. Now we will solve a problem which has come in JEE Main 2019. The problem is, if alpha and beta be the roots of the equation x square minus 2x plus 2 is equal to 0, then the least value of n, the least value of n for which alpha by beta whole to the power n is equal to 1 is, there are 4 options. Option A answer 2, option B answer 5, option C answer 4, option D answer 3. Now you will solve this problem.
Go.
Here the equation is x square minus 2x plus 2 is equal to 0. So at first we have to find the root.
Go.
So we will solve this equation by the rule of Sridhar Acharya. We know that if equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then the root becomes minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. So here the roots are minus b is equal to minus of minus 2 is equal to 2 plus minus root over minus 2 whole square minus 4ac, 4 into 1 into 2 by 2 into 1. So this becomes 2 plus minus root over minus 4 by 2 is equal to 2 plus minus 2 iota by 2 is equal to 1 plus minus iota. So the roots are 1 plus iota, 1 minus iota. So alpha and beta are either 1 plus iota or 1 minus iota.
Go.
Alpha by beta can be written as 1 plus iota by 1 minus iota is equal to 1 plus iota into 1 plus iota by 1 minus iota into 1 plus iota.
Go.
As we do in rationalization, here is same process. Becomes 1 plus iota square, 1 minus I square. This is a square minus b square formula, and this is a plus b whole square formula. So here alpha by beta becomes I. Now alpha by beta can also be written as
Go.
alpha by beta can also be written as 1 minus iota by 1 plus iota. As we do not know, we know the roots are 1 minus I and 1 plus I, but we do not know actual value which is 1 plus I and which is 1 minus I. So we can also write alpha by beta is equal to 1 minus iota by 1 plus iota. By same process, minus iota square, a square minus b square formula. This becomes minus iota. So we get two values of alpha by beta. One is iota and one is minus iota.
Go.
So the value of alpha by beta is equal to plus minus iota. But here in the problem it is given that alpha by beta whole to the power n is equal to 1. This implies plus minus iota whole to the power n is equal to 1. And we have to find the least number which can be the answer. Least number of n. Here we know that iota square is equal to minus 1, iota q is equal to minus I, iota 4 is equal to 1. So to find 1, we can write plus minus iota whole to the power 4 is equal to 1, where n is 4. N can be the integral power of, can be the other numbers which is the multiplication of 4, but the least value of n is 4. For that we can find 1. So the answer is 4, which is the option C.
Go.
So we come to the end of our first class. Hope you like it. Thanks for watching.